Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday. I almost said Monday, the 14th of June, 2026, my big return day back. As you can see, some things have changed around here as a result of my couple days off. We'll talk all about it, plus what a great day it was returning. Let's talk and give you some updates. First off, today we started with the Level 1 podcast, but it was a shorter one. Today we talked about my days off. We talked about the new games that I'm trying out on the late stream tonight, which was Mina the Hollower and Killer Bean. We talked about Resident Evil, Code Veronica X, my second run ever starting up this week, plus DSP Tries It, plus reacting, plus more. We talked about a ton of stuff on the podcast, but that's really all we did. There wasn't any news. There wasn't any big topical segments. Therefore, it was a shorter show, so it left us with a whopping 3 hours to play Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. So how did it go? Today, we took on the first gym leader. We won. We took on a commander in Team Galactic. We won. We caught a bunch of Pokemon. We explored. We got some new abilities. We updated our team and got some new Pokemon in the team, and overall had a great time. Lots of interaction, lots of engagement, lots of good, chill vibes. And then, nearing the end of the stream, we saw a surge of support. And that surge of support allowed us to start doing some Pokemon card unpacking. Today we started with a new box, Perfect Order. If you're saying, wait a minute, a new box? I thought back on Wednesday you started a new box. Wasn't it Chaos Rising? Watch the podcast for the explanation. On the podcast, it also explains what this is and more, okay? I want you to watch the podcast, obviously, to know what's going on. So we have a new box, and people were very incentivized. They wanted to see the new cards in this box. Therefore, 4 packs on the first stream. We had one person who had done a large contribution to do a bonus pack in general. And then we hit 2 milestones. And then there's a freebie whenever I play Pokemon. So 4 packs were unpacked. And the good news is we did get a hit earlier today. Our first hit of the box right here. How cool is it that I could just do it like this from now on? This is called Doublade, and it's an illustration rare. Only a 1-star gold, but still a good card. It's only worth a couple of bucks, but it's a pretty nice illustration. And it was good enough to make my Wall of Fame right here. It's one of my top 20 valued cards. So that was good. Then on the late stream tonight, it was a split stream. The first half and second half were going to be 2 different games, Killer Bean and Mina the Hollower, okay? Both games seem to be in demand. Both are indies that either just came out or are like in early access, and people wanted to see me try them. Now, I was unsure if either of them were actually going to work out as a playthrough or anything like that. Therefore, I wanted to give it a shot and see what happened. So first off, my thoughts. Killer Bean plays like a game from the early to mid 2000s. It feels like a Max Payne variant almost. It's silly, it's irreverent, it's glitchy as hell. Like, it's early access, and there's a lot of bugs in this game. There's no voice acting for a lot of it. There's characters fusing into walls and screwing up. There's a camera that spins around and gets all messed up. But it actually is pretty fun. Like, it's silly. The graphics are rough around the edges. But for what it is right now, it's a fun game. I actually did enjoy playing it on this stream. The audience were split. Some people thought it was wild and irreverent and interesting. And others were like, what the hell is this? It's like an unfinished mess. So remains to be seen if people like it that much. The thing is, it's hard to tell because someone came by and was happy because their sports team had won a game. And they gave a whopping $100 super chat. So it's like, whoa. Now, they said specifically in their super chat it was about the sports. They didn't talk about the game at all. So I don't know if that support was really for Killer Bean or not. Okay? Then we swapped, and we started playing Mina the Hollower. So Mina the Hollower is pretty interesting. I love the art style. I love the music. The story so far is good. And I like what they're going for. It seems like it's a hybrid of Zelda and a few other platforming games from back in the day. And it tries to be tough like Dark Souls. However, I have one major complaint this time around. I tried to play it with the Steam controller. And the problem with Mina the Hollower is it very much is expecting you to be playing it with a really good D-pad. Well, the Steam controller D-pad is terrible. As I said in my initial impression/review the week it came out, this D-pad is not precise at all. This is just meant to push a direction as like a quick thing in a menu. Oh, I need to heal or something, pop a healing item. This is not meant to control your character at all. And so I don't recommend this for playing this style of game. nor do I recommend it for Shovel Knight, Mega Man, Hollow Knight, or anything like that. That's a big shortcoming of this controller. So instead of using this D-pad, I started trying to use the thumbstick, and also the thumbstick just wasn't really precise enough. The game definitely wants to be played on a good D-pad. So next time around, I absolutely will be using my Razer Wolverine to try to play this game because that D-pad is much better on there, in my opinion. Okay? So what did I think? Well, the game is tough. Okay? It really is. In fact, I got to the first boss, and the thing is, this game gives you an option of 3 different starting builds. One is dual daggers and apparently is really fast. One is a whipping, a chain with like a ball at the end of it, like a mace. And that one apparently has range. Well, I selected the third one, which is this giant mallet. And here I'm thinking, oh, it'll probably like charge up your release and do a giant swing. No. What the mallet does is you can't just swing with it normally. If you do, it's like a tiny stubby attack that sucks and is weak. The only way to get real damage out of the mallet is to charge the button and release. As you're charging the button, you can roll around on the ground. With timed rolls, you can dodge, and then you can release the button holding a direction, and Mina will like counterattack with a giant slam, and it does giant damage. Problem. So the controller isn't very precise. So I'm rolling and then trying to aim for an enemy and release, and I'll always swing the wrong way because the controller just wasn't good enough, in my opinion. I think it was a controller issue and not a game issue. In addition, the build is kind of slow. Like just doing regular attacks with this mace or this hammer is delayed. So enemies are coming at me. I try to hit them. Oh, delayed swing. I get hit. Oh, man. So the first boss was legitimately hard for me because it's very hard to control. In this game, there's no dodge. What there is a jump, but the jump doesn't move fast. After you jump, you burrow in the ground and you go underground like Bugs Bunny in a Looney Tunes cartoon. Then you're invincible, but you have to jump first. So if something's coming at you fast, you can't really dig to avoid it because you have to do jump, land, and then dig. So that's kind of frustrating. And again, if I had a better controller, I probably would have been able to do the timed rolls and counter hits, but I couldn't do it. It was like cumbersome and hard to do on this controller. So tonight, here's the thing. I played Mina the Hollower for an hour. I did beat the first boss, and we're getting into the next area of the game. I liked the game. I didn't like how it controlled. Maybe next time when I play, if I use the Razer Wolverine controller, I'll like it better. Problem is, apparently, the only way you could change weapons in the game is to save up an incredible amount of the in-game currency, like 2,500, which takes a while to get, and then you can buy one of the other weapons. Well, that stinks. Maybe next time I'll try with this controller and I'll like it better, and if not, maybe then I'll just grind for the currency. I don't know if I should do that or not. I kind of worked myself into a corner. I'll be honest. I do think they shouldn't have had that at the beginning of the game. Too many people are going to say, oh, it's a hammer. Let's pick it. And the next thing you know, you're using an insanely hard moveset. That's what everyone was telling me. Yeah, you picked the hardest moveset in the game. That's meant for like a master. Well, I'm just playing it the first time. Why is it an option the first run if it's so hard to use? That is kind of frustrating, okay? People really liked Mina and supported a lot. I think when I was playing Mina, I want to say I got over $100 of support. I'm trying to remember. There was 2 big contributions, and then there were some smaller contributions. Basically, by the end of the stream, we had over $250 of support. That meant, because there were 2 big contributions and all that, 6 unpackings of the Pokemon cards, okay? We opened 6 packs, 1 hit, and that hit is this guy, Wondrous Patch Illustration Rare. And you might be like, oh, that's interesting. It's a full art illustration rare, but it's just an item. You're right. It's just an item, but it's worth $3.50, which, no exaggeration, puts it into my second row of my wall of fame here. It actually has value more than a lot of the cards on there. So even though it's just an item, it's actually a well-valued item, and it was a hit. So far, we're 10 packs already into the Perfect Order cards, and we've got 2 hits. Now, each box is guaranteed to have 6. Sometimes you get more, and in reality, with this box, this is a smaller deck, meaning there's less cards in the deck than most Pokemon sets. Because of that, most people say you will get, generally, more hits in a box than another deck. So there's a chance we'll get more hits, and they're going to be better than the 2 that we got. Generally, you'll get a good hit, at least 1 in a box, you know what I mean? And basically, we've got nothing yet. We got all low-level stuff. So the remaining 26 packs may have some really good hits. We'll have to see. Okay? So overall today, 2 well-supported streams, 10 packs opened, 2 hits, good gameplay of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, very fun. Killer Bean and Mina the Hollower both look good. So now I face a dilemma, okay? I have a one-night stream later this week where I have it set up to play either Mina the Hollower or Killer Bean, and both did well. So it's like, oh, I don't know what to do now. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll make my own choice, my own discretion, and see if it does well. And if it doesn't, switch to the other. Or maybe what we do is this week we play one, next week we play another. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Let's talk about it starting tomorrow because we have till, I think, Wednesday night to figure this out. Let's start discussing this and figure out what we want to do because I only had the one stream and now it's kind of throwing me for a loop. Okay? So anyway, great day back. Wow, thank you for the return support. Thank you for the great return streams. Great day all around. Really appreciate that. Now, about tomorrow. Tomorrow in the morning, it's a DSP morning show, and it's the conclusion of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I don't know how that's going to do. Symphony of the Night has not done well the last 2 to 3 streams. This is the end of the game, and we are doing DSP Tries at Chick-fil-A. We're going to be doing this new pimento cheese sandwich on that stream too. So it would be great if you could come by and hang out and support if you could, but I don't know if people will. The first stream may be a final dud for this game. I don't know. The late stream will be TCG Card Shop Simulator. These streams have done well. Because it's TCG, there will be 1 freebie card pack opening during that stream, and for further support, there will be more, okay? So I certainly hope that you'll come by for the streams and support them tomorrow. This week's great. We got the premiere of Code Veronica coming up. We've got more of the new games. We got more fun stuff. All right, thank you guys for a great start. I really appreciate that, and I hope to see you tomorrow for another full and fun day here on DSP Gaming. Everyone have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.